Physiotherapist says Shericka Jackson is okay. Trust me, we needed to hear this. And we get to see the greatest of all time, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, as she preps for the upcoming Paris Olympic Games, her 5th Olympic Games. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to go. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop videos. Once you're here, Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. Ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, we were relieved to know that the great Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce made it through to her 5th, yes, you heard me right, her 5th Olympic Games. She'll be representing Jamaica at the Paris Olympic Games in the individual 100 meters event, and more than likely in the 4x100 meter relays. Now, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has had a really rough couple of years, and this year was tough. The legendary, and we still will call her forever, the greatest of all time sprinter. Well, it was good to see her posting on her social media pages recently her training and getting ready for Paris. The pocket rocket getting ready for the Paris Olympic Games. Now, I wanted to share this interview with you, which she did after her qualification in the women's 100 meters at the Jamaica National Championships, because she gives us a little bit of detail as to how difficult this season was and how grateful she is that she was able to make the team.
Yeah, I mean, as always, that's been a challenging season this year. But for me, it's really faith and perseverance and really just trusting the team around me. And ultimately, God is good. You know, I owe Him all the glory and the credit for tonight, because I think tonight was less about my natural abilities and more about the supernatural abilities. So I'm grateful for that. And I made the team. I think that's always been the priority, to come out here, to make the team and to give myself a chance to represent the country at the Olympic Games in Paris. So I'm grateful. You know, this is my 5th Olympic Games, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think I've said before that no national team has ever been easy to make. So to be able to make them is a big accomplishment, so I'm grateful.
Can you tell me the one thing that you're proud of yourself for that you achieved tonight, please?
I think the one thing that I'm proud of is just the patience, you know. I think there are times I thought it was going to happen, but I was really patient and I really trusted just the team around me. So I have to give them massive respect. Every single one of my team that showed up and really believed in me, so they got me to the line tonight.
More rocket, pocket rocket, believe me, the entire Jamaica got you to the line. We love you very much. Really good to see Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce here prepping for her 5th Olympic Games, representing Jamaica in the individual women's 100 meters and most certainly in the 4x100 meter relay. Now, we had the fright of our lives recently, track and field fright, that is, you know, not life threatening, when we saw Shericka Jackson as she cruised past Jordan Alfred, was just about to open up in that final 20 to 30 meters in the 200 meters at the Gola Esteban Memorial 2024, and she screamed and just pulled up, and I'm telling you, this freaked us now, freaked us out. Well, certainly freaked me out. I don't know about all of you. Well, we got some great news about this. In the end of the 200 meters, it was Jordan Alfred of St. Lucia who won. We think Jordan Alfred is going to be a huge factor in both 100 and 200 meters, who came first, with Darren Neat of Great Britain taking second and Jamaica's Lene Thomas taking third in this event. Alfred won in the season's best time of 22.16, with Daryl Nita taking second in 22.36 and Lene Thomas of Jamaica taking third in 22.54.
Julian Alfred, but now getting into one is Shericka Jackson. She's a great 400-meter runner as well. Daryl Nita trying to go with a good running in lane 3 there from Morrison. Oh, and Jackson pulls up. Not an abrupt pull up as Alfred takes it from Nita. And that is a great shape.
So I was watching closely at this stage when Jackson, but you can see that she has got strapping on the back of that leg, and it just is, yeah, that doesn't look good for Jackson. It was at that point she would have needed to just up the effort, Jackson, and Jackson.
Now for the good news. The good news is that physiotherapist Troy Evans had this to say after he obviously examined her after this incident in the 200 meters. He said cramp in the hamstring, she will be working on it. Her physiotherapist Troy Evans posted on social media she was okay, cramp in the hamstring, she was working on it. Evans posted on his Instagram account with a video of Jackson pushing off from the starting blocks and sprinting in an indoor warm-up area with her coach Paul Francis seen looking on in the background. Now this of course is my 2 cents. Yeah, I don't know about you. I mean, you know, I'm a man in touch with my emotions. I can be honest. I got very worried. I had not been worried at any point right up until I saw that. And in fact, we did a very in-depth video on that. But it's really good to hear that it was just a cramp. I must concede though that to see her running with this strap around her knee gives me cause for concern. It could just be supportive because of course you know, it's her hamstring apparently, it wasn't the knee. We've been seeing her running with this knee support for quite some time, and I guess maybe this is just a precaution kind of thing. I was really looking forward to that 200 meters because I got the sense that she was going to finally try to open up just a little bit. Just as she eased past Julian Alfred quite easily, in fact, she just shut down. Someone came here and I was saying that Julian Alfred was ahead. I'm not quite sure what video you were watching. Julian Alfred was... No. She was a clear 2 meters ahead of Julian Alfred. Let's say about a meter ahead when she pulled up, and she was clearly going to win the race. There's nobody in that race who could actually challenge her. I'm going to say this, and this might be a very bold statement. I would say, with the exception of maybe Gabby Thomas of the United States, and to a lesser extent maybe Julian Alfred. I mean, we haven't seen Julian Alfred hit a sub 22 so thus far, if my memory serves me right. If she has outdoors so far, or you know, she hasn't, because I think that 22.16 was her season's best, so I'm right. I think in the 200 meters, definitely Shericka Jackson at 70%, there is no one on the planet that we know of that can beat her. It's just the truth. Look, I know, I mean, I really don't do the hyperbole thing. I do, sometimes you say I get carried away, but I still fundamentally follow the numbers. 21.41, just think about those numbers. There's no one on earth who's even close. So at 70%, you're looking at someone running at 21.50. There's no one close. The closest is Gabby, 21.78, I think. And that's nowhere close. And I get the sense, based on what Stephen Francis said and based on the race that I saw her run in the finals of the Jamaica National Championships and the race that she was running right there when she got this cramp. I'm just, praise Jah, it was just a cramp. She's in, I'm thinking 21.65. And if that's the case, who's going to beat her? Who? I mean, my concern is injury. My concern is, you know, her doing the rounds, because it's 6 rounds she's going to be doing. She's going to be doing at least 7 races that we know of. She's going to be doing the 100, 3 rounds, the 200 meters, 3 rounds, and we know she's going to run at least in the finals of the 4x1. So that's my only concern, you know. But she was looking really good in that race. That's the best start I've seen her pushing out of the blocks in quite some time. And the strapping, I noticed, is on the left knee. It's not on the right knee. The right leg is her push-off leg. And she didn't look, there was no kind of discomfort in that race. Go back and look at it until we saw her grimace and she pulled up. And clearly she did the right thing. I said it in the previous video, because, you know, any athlete, top tier or not, if you feel anything that makes you uncomfortable, stop, because you can do more injury. You can do more harm than good. And Shericka is a young lady. She has a lot of time left. But yeah, that one had me a little concerned. So thank you, physiotherapist Troy Evans. You really alleviated our fears. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Oh, and by the way, it's really great to see Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce getting ready for the Paris Olympic Games. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up.